Hi, jewells68 here for Talk to Me Tuesday on Tuesday, November 10th. I hope everybody's having a good week. Mine's going fairly well so far. And I just have a few things going on, crafty stuff. And one of them is Project Linus this weekend. Our monthly meeting for November is this Saturday. And I'll be turning in the big granny square Afghan, I think, that I showed a couple of weeks ago. Maybe more. It's been done for a few weeks. I still need to wash it and label it, but other than that, it's essentially ready to go. In an attempt to get a second blanket done to turn in this weekend, I have a blanket that I purchased at the thrift store that was a good quality fleece that already had an edging on it right here, and with, you know how they use like it's like pearl cotton or crochet thread or something that they edge it with, but it's just this solid gray, which is kind of boring. So I had leftover scrap of fleece that I had used on the back of that teddy bear quilt that I had sort of done a real quick quilting job on a couple months ago, and I made an applique. This is really my first time doing something like this, using like a specialty stitch or anything. Usually I just iron stuff on, but I did iron it on. I made an applique with of this star with Steam-A-Seam, using Steam-A-Seam, Steam-A-Seam 2, I think, and ironed it on. I use a press cloth when I'm dealing with fleece. I use a muslin press cloth. I press it from after I get it where I want it. I press it from the top, and then I flip it over and I press it from the back, and then I actually experimented a little bit with my Kenmore, with my utility stitches, my stretch stitches, and found one that I got the tension balance right on 2 layers of fleece. And it's not quite a zigzag. It's sort of like I got a little extra jog in there. And I used that variegated bright, like rainbow color thread that I used on the last quilt that I tried the free motion on. So I don't know if you can see any of that or not, but there's that. And I think I did a pretty good job. It was my first time trying to do one of those stitches where you're kind of overlapping the actual applique with the fabric underneath. Instead of just, a lot of times I would just stitch on the inside here and leave that raw edge. But this time I actually stitch over the edge, and it worked out really well. Because I just used a plain blue on the back, and I actually got my tension really nice. So that will not be the last time I try that, because that was really fun. And then now I'm going over the edge. Now I'm crocheting a base border with this yellow, just to add another pop of color, and then I'll do a final border. Once I get this all the way around, I'll do a final border with probably a navy blue, because I know I have plenty of that on hand. And then I will need to label and wash that, and it will be ready to go. So hopefully that will be also ready to go, and I'll have 2 to bring in this weekend, which I think should put me at 11 done, because pretty sure I've donated 9 so far this year, because I was 1 behind. So that should just leave me needing to get 1 done for December minimum to meet my goal for this year. So yay! And then aside of that, the only other crafty thing I've been working on is Phoebe's Project of Doom. I stitched all my rows together, so those are all together here. And next I need to add the sashing and then do the castle layout. I showed you the castle fabric last week. I actually have purchased, and I don't know where it is. I've actually purchased the backing fabric already. I grabbed it on sale at Joann's this past weekend. So I have all the fabric I need for that. Whichever of the blue fabrics, sky fabrics, that I decide not to use for the sky, I'll use for the binding. So that'll solve that problem, because I bought a yard of each of those. And I guess that's it. I really don't have a whole lot to talk about. And I guess that's it. I will look forward to watching your videos, and I will see you next week. Bye!